Queensland's Origin squad has been announced this morning, and coming up on the podcast, I'll give you an insight into one of our newest players.
We attempt to find out where all of Brisbane's hot air balloons have gone.
And Mum's been boasting about winning gold medals, but it's not what you think it is.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I want to talk about those fit watches and whether they actually work, whether they motivate you to exercise.
Yes, go on.
Because my mum has got one of those. She's got a really fancy one. Is
She's
it
a
got
watch?
a Garmin, I think.
Oh, they're good.
That's what I got.
You got a Garmin? Hers looks good though. Not that yours doesn't look good.
Now, what are they?
Really?
Hers looks.
How dare you?
No, but hers looks like a nice lady's watch.
You've got the chunky sort of thing.
Hers is white with gold sort of face and things like that. But
And Lee Castledine, who I was with at Stratty,
yeah,
Lee from Survivor and Queensland Cricket. He had the one that doesn't even have a face. It's just looks like a band.
I've seen
Now,
them. I
forgotten
think
the
footy
name-
players
I've
wear
forgotten the
them.
name of it, but it
Fitbit.
it's not that, but it's like that, and it digs into all sorts of things in your life.
Blood oxygen and all that
Yeah,
sort
a
of
heap
stuff.
and then you can
whoop.
have it a whoop, is it? Yeah. And then you judge it off your friends, and you have this sort of groups where
Like a competition.
Yeah, almost like that. Like it's
So it does
full on.
motivate you then.
This watch here,
Yes.
it monitors my sleep.
Do you have to sleep in it?
Remember we used to, I hardly ever take it off. I only take it off to charge it, really. But it tells me how much sleep I get.
Yeah, and which is your REM sleep and your good sleep and your bad sleep and all that.
Which is not enough.
Yeah.
Evidently.
I don't know exactly what my mum uses hers for though, because she doesn't.
What's she doing?
She doesn't really like exercising, and I've been dragging her to these exercise classes.
She exercises in double denim.
Once a week. Although now her doctor told her she needs to exercise, and now she's on board with it. But we'd just done a exercise thing the other day, exercise class, and we're driving home, and so I pick her up and then I drive her home, to make up for all the times she drove me to training. Thank you, Mum. Like 10 million times a week.
Fair enough.
And she was wearing her special Garmin watch, and it started dingling, and I thought she got a text because she'd just been on the phone to someone.
Yeah.
And I go, what's that about? And she literally looked down, straight face, looked up, looked at me and said, I just won 2 gold medals. And I was like, but she wasn't excited.
right.
She just, I just won 2 gold medals. I'm like, what for? And
What?
And is that from the exercise class you just did?
Yeah.
Or that sort of thing? Yeah. So I don't know. And then I heard the other day off someone that when you buy them, when you first get them, apparently they set your goals for you. Because you know that...
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, you know how it works out exactly how many steps you should do, or exactly
Based on what?
I don't know.
Well, you
That's
put your
what I
age
was
Put
in
your
your
age
height.
and
Yeah, I
that sort
think
of stuff
so.
in, yeah.
Oh, do you?
When you sign up for it, I'm pretty sure you do.
Weight, age, whatever, all those sort of things.
They can be
okay.
quite
Maybe.
technical. Yeah.
And it does it motivates you. Because you know that 10,000 hours things, they say you need 10,000, is it 10,000 steps a day?
Well, that's recommended, I guess.
Recommended. That's completely made up. My dad told me this the other day. Someone just plucked that from the air and said that one day.
Are you supposed to do 10,000
caught on.
steps a
And it's
day?
caught on. There's actually no scientific data, apparently, from my dad.
But it just encourages
10,000
exercise, right? That's
Oh, actually, yeah, it's not a
sort
bad
of the
thing.
yeah.
But that's what Lee, Lee was saying on his, the 10,000 steps thing. He gets some sort of, dingling when that happens and wins a gold medal. And he's like, it's ridiculous. And he's a fit guy. Lee Castleine's fit. He's chiseled. He said, it's ridiculous, it's 10,000. And I said, well, you could get your $10,000 trying to get an Uber in the valley at 3 a.m. That's not healthy.
Yeah.
10,000 steps.
Steps,
Steps.
rather, yeah.
And do you reckon you get a dopamine rush when you
Yeah,
get the
for
dingle?
sure.
What's like a poker machine?
I get him on I've got an Apple, the Apple Watch Ultras, and it says time to stand, and I'll just go like this, I'll just stand up, and then it'll be like, ding.
Is that what happens
You
in here when
stood.
you stood up?
Yeah,
When you stand up?
It reminds me to stand up.
I think you're going to do a really good piece to audio, and that you're getting your diaphragm.
No,
ready.
No, it's because his watch tells him to do it.
Stand
And
up.
It's the same as even Waze. That it's that app where when you're travelling and it shows you
Oh, the quickest way
where
to
the
get
quickest
somewhere.
way is and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But sometimes for some reason I find myself engaged. Says, oh, is there a car still on the side of the shoulder in 800 metres? And I'll wait for it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll wait for it, and then there is. And I
Yeah.
press it.
Same.
And it gives me a little medal or something.
Yeah.
Or
A chocolate
coin.
bar.
I'm like, yes! What does that even mean? Where do you collect your Waze medals?
That happened to me the other day, and I did get a dopamine rush
It's a
from that.
dopamine rush, right?
Yeah. Okay, so it is a good
Sounds
thing.
and images and
This is
things.
when technology is working well for society.
I guess.
Well, it can't be a bad thing. It's just, even if it just brings awareness to...
I sometimes get it on my watch as well saying you've done like 8,000 steps for the day. Like only 2,000 more to close your rings is like the Apple Watch one. I know. If you know, you
Why
know.
does it say close your rings?
I don't know. They do
know?
fitness rings.
Yeah,
but
you're supposed to get your entire.
yeah.
We've been waiting for you to do that for a while. Just cool. I'm glad you phoned.
But
It took a watch. It took a watch for him to fight him. Shut him.
Your watch is the only one that had the guts to tell you.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Yeah, so the Queensland team's been named. The New South Wales team was named last night. The Queensland team officially named this morning, but the paper seems to have the scoop. So we'll roll with that as if it is. Ezra Mam, he missed out. But
You reckon he just needed to have a cracker yesterday, and he kind of had a pretty good game, but I think he missed 9 tackles, and I think that's the concern between him and Dearden. Dearden's just more solid in that role.
he's been there as well, Dearden. And they won with Dearden in 5-8 last time.
he was
flat.
unreal in that
Played
game
well.
he played. That
Yeah.
wasn't last year, that was the year before. It was a decider too,
That's right.
that game.
Yep.
Fafita would be spewing, I reckon.
I don't think he's been playing too bad.
Or his figures have been like if you look at his stats,
Yeah.
he's been he's like 104, averaging 140 metres or something like that.
He's so devastating too.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting close to the line, and he
Against
was
Melbourne, he was brutal a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he had like 9 tackle breaks or something.
Yeah.
Just in that game, and he was in all 3 games last year.
Yeah, he'd be. It's hard done by, I reckon.
Well, especially with a few big bodies missing. Tino's out. Flegs is out.
Yeah.
I would have thought he'd be a shoo-in. Because I said to
Just
Mitch
some
earlier,
muscle.
there's probably no one that, as a New South Wales fan, I'd
You go, ooh.
hate to see like 5 metres out from the line defending our line is
yeah.
Fafita running. Because he can get you one-on-one.
Yeah, and New South Wales, they've sacked their captain, Suze. They've sacked the Australian captain.
So will he still captain Australia, do you reckon?
Well, it doesn't mean you can't, but I mean,
Did he play badly? Is he playing badly club football, or he played bad
he's playing
Origin
good.
last year?
Well, he's one of his boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was average last year. I think it's probably Dylan Edwards, you'd say on the face of it's a better player this year, but not by much.
Still a big call.
Huge call.
And his brother's the captain. Oh, sorry, not brother. Jake Travojevic is the captain.
Yep.
It's because Tommy's out.
It's another weird decision.
Yeah, Trebojevic. I mean, he wasn't in a lot of the people's team that they were picking. A lot of the experts' team, didn't even have him in it. So he's not only in it, but he's the captain.
I think an interesting one is for New South Wales, Isaiah Yeo to the bench. He's been the 13 for New South Wales for years. Has obviously won 3 premierships in a row with Penrith. He captains Penrith.
It's like Michael Maguire, the New South Wales coach, has just gone for players that have got that hard edge to them.
Yep, and that can defend. It looks. I look on paper and I'm like, that's a team that's going to defend them to a victory, hopefully.
You got Trebojevic, Payne Haas, Reece Robson, Liam Martin, Angus Crichton, and Cam McGuinness. But they're no frills. They're just players that.
No frills.
They're not, Suze, they're not. They're not going to do anything starry. They're just like those really sort of tough, grinding players.
And is
Yeah.
Nico Hines all right? Because he didn't play on the weekend, did he?
I think he played, but he came off, didn't
Did
he?
he?
Yeah.
All right. And Luai at 5'8".
Thank
We
you.
would rate him off.
Yeah.
He's playing well, to be fair, though. He's had a couple of good games.
Did the Broncos win on the weekend?
No.
They lost.
That
Yeah.
was a
No.
The
The
Titans.
Titans.
crazy. Don't even start me, Susan.
Oh, right.
36-34. It was just one of those games where the defence went out the window.
God. And that last ditch attempt at try was right in front of me. And Corey got caught on the line.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Oh, man.
Oh, but it's just one of those. It's like, and it's the exact same thing kind of happened to us last year
That's
too.
what Pat was saying.
Yeah, the Titans are. They just lift against us.
Yeah.
So
The Titans,
annoying.
it's like they do nothing, and then all of a sudden they come up against the Broncos. To be fair, they've been in a pretty good patch of form for the last month or so.
I think Heavy called us soft.
Yeah.
Did he?
Broncos don't play well in the daytime either, do they? That
but-
seems to be the correlation.
Kevy's saying there was just no mongrel in defence. It was almost like we were just waiting to get the ball back and just win.
Wonder if Pat wore your budgies.
I don't know.
Well, that
Hope
might be
not.
the end of those budgies.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he
Yeah.
wore them or not. Tony sent me a photo of them on the floor on Saturday,
Was that after the game or before?
the day before the game.
Oh, the day before.
Oh no, that's a bad. You can't. It's like a flag. You can't
You
have it touch the
You
ground.
can't let it touch the ground.
I
True.
said,
He was on the
maybe that's what
ground.
it is there.
He was a little bit crumpled as well, wasn't it? Your face
Yeah,
was a bit
my face was
distorted.
distorted. I don't know why Katoni had them for starters. That was concerning. I said, wear them. And he said, I'm not playing. So, okay. So anyway, we'll see what happens there later in the week.
Yeah.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
We've got brouhaha next. I've got to say what I just did. Please. No. Oh, I went in there and I saw Alicia because she's doing the brouhaha. And I'm like, there was a massive story on the weekend, remember? It was about blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And she's looking at me going, no. And then you look really guilty. I picked the story, didn't I? I won't.
Oh,
I
that
won't
she's
give it
doing
away.
for brouhaha.
Brouhaha that Alicia's doing for brouhaha. It was massive all over the weekend. I'm like, how come it's not in any of our notes? It was like the biggest story going around.
Right. And by the way, that's not what brouhaha's about.
What? Yes, it is.
Brouhaha's meant to be
That's a good point.
the stuff that we were offered but we didn't select. Like you can't go
Not necessarily.
having situations
To
where
be fair, we never
No,
select their
no.
content.
Well, what he's saying is...
Suze was just about to select it.
When's the
It
last
can't-
time we selected something they wrote on a sheet?
But what Ash is saying is it can't be like, a world war's broken out. You'll never guess who's involved. Like, it can't be big news. And Susie's suggesting this was like the standout news of the weekend.
Yeah, but you guys...
And they've left it off the sheet because so they can do it in brouhaha.
That's what I'm saying. They haven't put it in the run
no,
sheet
I don't
for
know.
today.
I feel bad.
But you
We
could
have
probably
to have
argue
the
that
right-
if it's that
we
big-
have to have the right of refusal.
I don't know what it is.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
But you guys hadn't heard of it, hey?
I hadn't.
No,
No,
I hadn't.
I hadn't heard of it
So
either.
it probably wasn't big news then.
Yeah, but he was at an Italian festival. I was at the footy. Ash was busy
I was
yesterday.
down at Salt. Yeah.
Yeah, you were just sitting at home Googling stuff. I mean,
True, all weekend going, what am I going to talk about all week?
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I said burn! It's cold in here. I said there must be some content in the atmosphere. Here we go.
All right, 5 seconds each to pitch us some gear. We choose the one we want. Have we been good, by the way, in getting the one who loses to tell us the story in the podcast?
no.
Yeah, sometimes
50-50.
50-50.
Hit and miss?
Yeah.
You know what happens? Our producers forget to remind us.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to leave that
Don't
one.
fight it.
Yeah.
Not enough
It's not the
time.
day.
All right, 5 seconds, Alicia. Let's go. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Live stream arrest of superstar leaves concert goers waiting. Oh,
Waiting.
more time.
Oh,
Sounds boring.
yeah.
I got confused in that. What was happening?
Really? Okay.
Hello, Lachlan.
I
Listen
think that
properly.
Might have had something to do with the fact that you were looking at our accommodation in Sydney next week.
There is that also.
All right, Lockie.
Yep. Two of Hollywood's youngest sweethearts have secretly gotten married.
Short and sweet. I didn't hear. Wasn't listening properly to the first one, so I'll go to the second one. I'll go Lockie.
I'm going to go lucky because I might do the first one later.
Wow.
Is that the one you were talking about?
Yes.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to hear that because you've said
Sorry,
that's
Alicia.
pretty amazing. But Susie's doing it anyway, so I'd definitely go Lockie.
We then won't hear it in the podcast then if Susan's already covered it.
No.
No,
we
well, you
can
will
do it
hear
in the
you will
podcast
hear
as well.
a different one of the
Yeah, someone else will be
podcasts.
delivering it.
Yeah.
I was going to choose Alicia, but then she didn't get me tickets to the boat show, so I'm going to choose Lockie instead. So, yeah.
It's getting personal.
Wow.
God, can you smell the entitlement in this room?
Oh, I'm sorry, Alicia.
Someone's not listening because they're
didn't
looking at the
Susie-
free accommodation we got in Sydney, and the other one didn't
Susie
choose.
went to the boat show. She was at the free drinks area. How come you didn't go?
Come on, just leave it, everyone.
Anyway.
Spoke about it for half an hour.
I feel like Alicia's story is better, but
Oh, come on, mate.
Oh, gee.
but I appreciate
Well, you sold
the
it well.
vote. Thank you. Millie Bobby Brown and
Yeah,
Jake
big fan.
Bon Jovi have gotten married.
What?
Yep.
How old's Millie Bobby Brown?
She's 20.
I follow
She
Jake
from
Bon
Stranger
Jovi.
Things?
Yeah.
Yep, Stranger Things. Jake Bon Jovi is a model.
Oh, Bon Jovi.
Explain this to me.
Obviously, son of.
Well,
Bon
obviously,
Jovi?
obviously, but you're saying Jake Bon Jovi because that's how he spells his name. No, it is.
Yeah.
You're
Is
right.
it?
Yeah.
But like,
Is that right?
did he change his name from Bon Jovi, or did
I think.
John Bon Jovi change
No,
it from Bon Jovi?
I think John Bon Jovi was John Bon Jovi.
yeah, that
And then he changed
Why?
it. But no one could say it.
one. Yeah. I think.
I'm going to watch Bon Jovi
Yeah, because
tonight.
I follow Jake Bon Jovi on
Yeah.
Instagram. I missed that he
I
got
bet you
married.
he's a good-looking
Uh,
dude.
Oh,
it's
do you
a-
reckon?
Can I have a picture?
hold on, let me
And
do
how
it
old
quick.
is he as well?
He's 22. So
too young, although you got married too.
yeah, I got married relatively young. Jake Bon Jovi, it was a secret thing, so they haven't posted anything on socials. But there you
Oh,
go. That's,
yeah.
that's
Let's see the photo.
He's a
Oh,
model.
Wow, he's a model,
Yeah.
all right.
He looks like his dad.
Yeah.
Looks like his dad,
Yeah,
but
like-
younger.
You know, he looks like his dad.
Yeah.
That's him with his dad.
Yeah.
But with
he's
blonde
he's
hair.
a good-looking rooster.
They got engaged last year,
Wow.
scuba diving, and he almost lost the ring
do that?
when scuba diving. So
Yeah, how do you say it? You're right.
I
Just
know.
with hand
He
signals.
scribbled
Yeah.
it on one of those
yeah,
sheets.
I think he kind of pulled a ring out of somewhere and then dropped the ring and it started sinking, and so they had to go and fetch the ring.
Let's put some scuba gear on.
Well,
to go and get
they,
it.
they were already wearing scuba.
Oh,
They were
okay.
scuba
They were
diving,
scuba diving at the time.
at the time, so they just had to.
It does sound like a very risky.
Like of all the places to do it. But yeah, they got married. They're planning on doing a bigger ceremony in the coming weeks and making it a big public thing. But for the time being, they're a smaller affair, only close friends and family.
Isn't it weird thinking of like how many years ago did Stranger Things come out?
The first one, about 6, I want to say.
Oh, so I guess she was only. How old is she now?
She is 20.
So she was actually a 14-year-old when they filmed that.
She was
Yeah.
a kid.
Yeah, you think of her as a kid.
Oh,
right?
no, that's what's bizarre.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. I think it's funny. Obviously, Drake and Kendrick have had their ongoing beef over the last little while.
What team are you on?
I'm going to be Switzerland. I'm not going to choose a side. Yeah,
Good
well,
side,
that's
mate.
fine.
Righto, mate.
Yeah.
But Drake obviously has a close friendship with Millie, and it's kind of weird, kind of like
Drake does.
does. And so all these people are clowning Drake online, going, the reason she's gotten married so quickly is so that she's off the market for Drake.
Yeah.
Which is strange.
It's very.
Some would say it's
Stranger
Stranger Things.
Very good ending.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Clear sky, no clouds. A bit like yesterday afternoon. I was riding my bike again yesterday afternoon. I am loving riding my bike. Just as the sun's going down, I spoke about it another day, with a bit of music, safe headphones on.
Yes.
My ears are out. And listening to the Billie Eilish album, riding through the streets.
How good.
Got to have a listen to
I
that.
feel like I'm 10 years old again.
Yeah, we were just out on the balcony. We were saying, like, back in the day, this would have been like a 6-balloon morning. It was it was absolutely beautiful.
Where are the
out
hot
there
air
today.
balloons
Where have they
these
gone?
days? This would have been
On a
be
Friday,
dying
though. It was
business.
always a Friday, remember?
Was it?
Because I was always training at the Valley and I saw them on a Friday.
Oh, no, it used to be
Any
every
day?
day. Yeah,
Every
because
day?
we used to count them every morning.
If anyone has any information on those balloons, 13 24 10.
Yeah, where are the
We're
balloons
talking about
gone?
Where's that place in Europe where there's hundreds of them? My mate was there the other day.
Nick knows.
Cappadocia.
How do you know
that's a
that?
Where is that?
Yeah.
But that, come on. It's
in Turkey.
That's one of your
Turkey.
most impressive. Look, not only the country.
Cappadocia.
I've never heard of Cappadocia.
I've
I
never
thought
heard
that
of
was a
Cappadocia.
fancy coffee. I can't believe that.
Look how smug he looks.
Can someone fact check
Google it. It's
Check it.
nuts.
I'm gonna Google
Try me.
Literally hundreds of hot air
I'm
balloons.
just checking if you just didn't make it up. Sorry.
Have you been there?
No.
It'd be pretty cool.
We're not going to play the note or Nick Sting.
Oh, we've run out of time.
Oh,
Come on, mate.
Up next.
Cappadocia balloon fights, man. You nailed it, Nick. You nailed it.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
We were saying what's happened to the balloons in Brisbane, and then Luttsy just, by the by, just went, where's that place where all the balloons are? Quick as a flash, Nick says Cappadocia in Turkey. So we're fact-checking that.
you did, didn't you?
We did.
Did you?
It's
Well, the Cappadocia region. Well, let's go to Kim out of Hurston
yeah, well-
first because she just to fact check the
Oh,
Turkey.
okay.
deal. So you've got data on that, Kim, whether Nick's accurate or not? Yes.
He is correct.
Do you
I
think
went to Turkey last year for Anzac Day, and Cappadocia is where all the hot air balloons are.
It looks incredible.
I rate that as one of Nick's greatest skits.
it's very good? Don't you think Kimmy should get the Sting? You know, the Not All Nick song?
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think, Kim? We'll have to move on.
Oh, Kim, come on.
Come on,
just
Kim.
read-
Play with us.
Suze, I just Googled it.
Yes.
The Cappadocia region of Turkey is the most popular location in the world for hot air ballooning. Last year, over half of the world's balloon trips took place in the region. Oh,
Wow.
There's so
Crazy.
many there.
I've never been in a hot air balloon. I know you have, Ash, on
Yeah.
a date, but they used to be everywhere in Brisbane. I
Yeah.
always thought when I finished swimming training, I'm going to go up in one of those hot air balloons.
yeah, they're scary. They're scary.
But
We're
we don't see
looking
them
for
anymore.
13 24 10 if you know where they are.
Gary from Cedar Grove. Where are the balloons gone?
Down Cedar Grove, between Cedar Grove and Bow Desert.
They're up there, are they?
So that's where they obviously leave
Yeah.
from. Do they go over the city, Gary?
I used to.
Oh,
No, but I remember I never went in it, but one morning on the show, when I was out and about, I was supposed to go in one, and we got there and the wind was too high, but I didn't go to Bow Desert to get in it. It was just like at Bulimba or something or other. So the ones from the city leave from somewhere near the city.
The day I did one, we had to drive out west somewhere. It was like a ridiculously early start. It was all west. But we used to sit in this studio and you'd look out and you'd see them sort of floating around on the outskirts of the city.
The sky. We gave my mum one, I think, for her, which birthday? One of her big birthdays.
You gave her a hot air balloon?
A ride.
Could she drive it?
A ride. Actually, her and Dad, I always think, don't give dangerous presents to people. But she was fine.
Yeah.
You know, in case something bad happened. And you, I always think
it is
you
a
know,
bit freaky.
It's like
they are a bit freaky.
It's
to
like
be
a
honest with you.
skydiving present.
It's like skydiving. Yeah,
but
you
it's
know,
like
any
a
of
bloody.
them. It's usually
it's
fine.
a cane basket when you think about it. It's a cane basket. You're up in the air.
I mean, any time you give a gift where there's an element of danger, there's something in the back of your mind, you know.
Yeah.
Where, you know, if something did go wrong,
You think
everyone, your family would look at you a little differently,
Exactly.
wouldn't you? Yeah, wish Auntie Marsha was here.
Yeah. But
Susie hadn't board of that, that stupid goat, whatever it was, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
something.
the go-karting experience.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suze to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
All right, Anthony out of Brightview.
How you going?
Mate, debut performance. It says you watched the footy yesterday. What football are you talking about?
I don't want to talk about it. The Broncos.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's not talk about it. What do you make of the Origin team, the Queensland Origin team?
Yeah, good side. I think we'll touch them up easily.
Yeah, I hope so. By the way, you can enter for our Origin competition as well. We're going to draw the second person for that on Friday. You've got to tell us what you're willing to lose. And we're going to go out and take it this week too, I think. So make sure you get into that, Anthony. We're playing for $1,000 right now.
All right, let's do it.
Good luck, my friend, as I have a quick pre-read of the questions. Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the 6th letter of the alphabet?
E.
A netball team has how many players on court?
7.
Bo Ryan and Jonathan Lapalia currently co-host which TV series?
Don't know.
On which continent would you find the country Chad?
Africa.
What is 119 minus 20?
99.
Just.
We're accepting?
Yep.
got in.
Okay.
Yep. Just.
So he's gone the distance, and we're accepting the final answer.
Yeah.
Could come into play. I think you've done pretty well, my friend.
Not really.
Not too bad at all. Let's bring in the game.
When Ash starts to ask the questions, confusion kicks in. There was only one person who always would win. It was Suze, it was Suze, it was Suze. It was Suze, it was Suze, it was Suze. I could feel my chances crumble in front of my eyes. There was just one person who beat you for time. It was Suze, it was Suze, it was Suze. It was Suze, it was Suze, it was Suze. Bringing the game.
Wow, good work. The Stoners.
Susie O'Neill.
See that?
the fun, Freddie. Susie O'Neill. It will be a miracle. You won't see anything like that again this year.
Ready?
To make it $1,100 when we play again an hour from now. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the 6th letter of the alphabet?
F.
A netball team has how many players on court?
7.
Bo Ryan and Jonathan Lapalia currently co-host which TV series?
Top Gear.
On which continent would you find the country Chad?
Asia.
What is 119 minus 20?
99.
Stop the clock.
Bum, bum,
Pretty good.
bum,
Tough.
What is the 6th letter of the alphabet? Geez, you got that quick, Suze.
When you said 6, I started counting the alphabet.
Right.
Just
Okay.
in
Oh, yeah.
case.
You knew.
Well,
You preempted.
yeah.
Yeah, you were right there by the time I finished the question. You said E, Anthony. You got that one wrong. Suze leads 1-0. Our netball team has how many players
Sacrilege.
on court? You both said 7. 7 is correct.
As a guess, did you guess, Anthony?
Yeah.
That's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch
Didn't know
the Firebirds this Sunday at Nathan.
Nice.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
2-1. Sue's leads.
Beautiful, Nathan.
Bo Ryan and
Don't
Jonathan
get you started.
Lapali are currently co-hosts which TV series? Anthony, I don't know. Sue's Top Gear. Good get.
Yeah. Remember we were talking about it.
Yeah, we were off air just a couple of weeks
Off
ago. 3-1 to Sue's. On which continent would you find the country Chad? Anthony said Africa. Sue's Asia. Correct answer is Africa. And it's 3-2. Final question, 119 minus 20. You both said 99. That's correct, but it's a 4-3 victory to Sue's. $1,100 in an hour from now.
Wow.
Bow, bow.
But Lutsy's going to go in the cave for you.
You in the cave yet?
No, hang on, I just have to get in properly. I've got a double pass to the Tenerife Festival. It's creeping up on us, folks. So if you haven't got your tickets, you want to grab them pretty quick. It's going to be absolutely massive this year. Saturday, June 8, tenerifefestival.org. Headliners, the Cat Empire, Thundamentals, Josh Pike. There's plenty of stuff for the kids. You can meet Bluey. Whole heap of things happening there. So the double pass to that for you, the Tenerife Festival.
Bluey.
And I'll also give you a $100 Hog's Breath Cafe voucher. Oh my God, that makes me hungry just thinking of
Hog's
that.
breath.
Oh,
How
that
good's
long
Hog-
steak. Do they still do that steak that
The
takes...
avocado prime. Oh.
The 20-hour steak?
Yeah, 18 hours I think it is.
Curly fries, are that still?
Yes. Oh my God, that makes me so hungry.
Haven't been there in about 10 years.
Yeah, well, it's time to
Sunday.
reconnect. Good on you, mate.
$100.
Well done, Anthony.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
And then you're in the draw
Good
for,
day. Bye.
I don't know, you're trying to talk to Lockie there, Nick, but you're actually buzzing me.
Oh, Nick's talking to you.
In the draw for 10K day in May as well. Well done.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast. Visit theladysshake.com.au and use code RADIO to get $20 off. Terms and conditions apply.
Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill's Lose Your Way to Game 1.
Not only just game one, this is a money can't buy State of Origin experience. We have the most expensive tickets in the stadium that you can physically buy for this for game one.
This is nuts.
But what are you willing to sacrifice?
Yeah.
And be prepared because you will have to sacrifice it.
Well, you got to lose it.
Last
Like
week,
the man shake.
Yeah, last week, old mate lost his PlayStation.
Oh, his gaming
his
PC.
gaming
Yeah,
PC.
and it wasn't just a normal PlayStation. Remember, it was
No,
like
it was-
professional.
$6,000, I
It was a
think.
big hard drive, those ones with all the neon lights going running around and all that sort of
Yeah.
business. It was the real deal.
It's in Lutsy's living room at the
Yeah.
moment.
Oh, yeah, how is it? Is it good?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm playing high-speed Fortnite against
Against who?
Koreans mostly at the moment. But,
Overnight.
yeah, at midnight.
Time difference works well.
Yeah, it's terrific. Yeah.
And what we've got is flights, accommodation, like 5-star accommodations,
Yeah.
swanky stuff. Tickets to the game, as you said, Buzz, $450 a ticket, right on the halfway line.
Yep.
And then, and this is really inner sanctum stuff, the Maroons captains run the night before the game.
Yeah, I had a nice moment yesterday after the footy where, all the inner sanctum for the, Origin and everything were there, all the sort of behind-the-scenes guys, the big heavy hitters. They, yeah, we'll be at the captain's run. I said, yeah, we'll see you there. And they're like, how does he and his people get there? Yeah, we have ways.
It's fancy, isn't it?
It's fancy.
Because you
And
can
it's
have
only
few
a handful
drinks.
of people.
You can, it's not like you're not like you're at a training session. It's more like you're at a event.
Yeah.
No media.
No.
Media, no
Get no
phones.
phones.
No phones.
Keep your phones.
You can see what no one else can see.
Yeah.
The plays for the next night.
I mean, you ran into the living end last year there, Ash. Do you remember?
Yeah.
You just randomly
Really?
walked into their dressing room.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
did
right.
too. That's right. I
You
did
were
too.
busting for the toilet
That's
and
right.
you went into the living end dressing
Yes,
room because
yeah.
they were doing the pre-game.
That is a
right.
rehearsal.
Yeah,
Rehearsal,
I
yeah.
forgot about that. All right, now, Kylie out of Wellington Point. How are you going?
Good morning, guys. I'm great. How are you?
Pretty good. What are you going to lose?
My husband's 2021 signed Warriors jersey, and I'll chuck in his New South Wales jersey as well.
His New South Wales jersey. His
he-
Origin
Yeah,
jersey.
He's a bloke.
yes, he goes for New South Wales.
Oh, dear.
What do we do with that?
I'll have it.
Burn that.
Oh.
No, yeah, you have it.
I thought you were going to say you're going to give up your husband. Did you?
Yeah.
And there's a bit of a gap.
So I don't.
Well, you guys said I couldn't do that. We've only been married for 3 weeks. Can't do that
weeks.
yet.
3 weeks.
Yes.
Honeymoon period still.
Yeah.
But still, it seems like you're keen, dude, for this. Good on you.
I am, definitely. Hey, Luttsy.
Yes.
How was the game last night?
It was brilliant.
This is dangerous.
Which Kylie is this? Was this Kylie?
You didn't come in for a beer with me.
Oh, you were the one at Gambaro's that said come in for a beer. And your husband, I remember this, was wearing a Warriors jersey.
Yes, that was us.
Yes. Well, I'd already had a beer in there, and I was going off somewhere else with my friend Derek. But,
I could see that.
What are the chances that
so
Kylie's
cool.
on?
How weird that I remember that your husband was wearing a Warriors jersey too. So is that the
because I
sign?
think he was the only one there wearing a Warriors jersey.
Yeah, because they weren't playing. He's the
No,
random
I meant at
Warriors
Gambaro's.
supporter now. Oh, wow, okay, that was you. Well, sorry I didn't have a beer with you, but we'll make up for it if you get on the ticket to Sydney.
And is that the jersey
Definitely.
you're talking about?
No, that's not the one. This
wasn't
one he
signed.
doesn't touch. It's wrapped in a box.
Does he know that you've put it up?
Oh, yeah.
No, but we can let him know now.
Okay.
He doesn't know. Are you going to take him down
No.
if you win?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, let's not tell him, and then if you win on Friday, we'll give him a call on air and we'll tell him.
So congratulations.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice work.
Well done, Kylie.
Excellent. Thanks,
Good
guys.
luck.
There we go. 1 in 4 chance to come down to Sydney with us for State of Origin. We forgot to mention the limo transfers as well, so you won't have to worry about the crowds of people trying to get into that tiny little train station to get somewhere else in Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
You do, limo back to the beautiful hotel that we got sorted for you. The Nova Player or Nova Player app is where you go. The Man Shake and Lady Shake, thank you so much for helping us make this happen. Tomorrow we'll put another person in the draw. Up next, Mitch is on the street. Do we know where Mitch is? Alicia?
No,
Lachlan?
nobody knows.
Acacia Ridge.
Acacia Ridge.
What, at the skating rink? No.
Where
Nah,
is it?
Krispy Kreme.
What are you eating, Lockie?
Where's your mouth full?
I did not expect to be thrown to him halfway through eating breakfast.
Where's-
Yeah.
And you can still continue to plough on through whatever.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
When I ran into my friend yesterday, we went for a bike ride and we went to a park and sat down. Not that it matters
else did
to
you
this
do?
story. We had a
There's
beer.
nothing else to say.
We had a beery
Where'd you sit?
on the ground. But one of the first things she said to me was, "Did you see that the a millennial saint has been made?
The first millennial state.
First millennial saint ever." And I was like, "No, what are you even talking about?" And she took me through the whole thing.
This,
like-
I
this
saw
is
this
full on.
morning. I
Yeah.
don't understand it. What's
So
the
basic-
road to a sainthood?
Well, to become a saint, you have to perform at least one miracle, maybe two.
Two
It
miracles
is two?
to become a saint.
Okay, two.
Do you have to be dead?
Well, all the ones I know are dead, but I'm not sure if you have to be dead.
I don't know whether Mother
That's a
Teresa
good
was anyone
question.
I can think of that maybe wasn't sainted when
alive?
she was alive, but that could be wrong. I'm not an
So-
expert in such matters.
Define miracle.
Well, in
Was
this,
it like that Mark Coyne try in '94? Like, how do you
He only
determine?
scored one.
You have to be
Yeah,
dead.
so if he had got another one,
If he did it
you
again.
have to be dead. Well, this guy, it was a boy, Carlos Acutis. He died when he was 15 of leukemia. But before he died, he was big into computers. He was a computer program, and he did lots of programs to catalogue miracles, actually, when he was alive. That was one of the things that he was good at.
They called him the patron saint of the internet.
Yeah. So when he died, after he died, people prayed to him and they had miracles happen to them. And then I suppose that's catalogued and they go, well, he's done 2 miracles now. We're going to put him as a saint.
So they were posthumous, his miracles.
Yes. So one of the ones a boy who had been on an all-liquid diet attended a prayer service and asked for the teenage Carlos's intercession that he should not throw up as much. And then after the ceremony, the service, the teenage boy said he doesn't feel like being sick anymore, and he was healed, and he asked for solid food. So you pray to the person, so they
Right.
prayed to him, and then he was cured. And the second time, a girl from Costa Rica was studying in Italy. Reportedly, she was healed after suffering a head trauma because her mother prayed to the boy and allegedly was
Right.
She was cured.
That's interesting because back in the day, you know, when you're a saint, you know, all the stories you hear is like literally someone putting their hand on someone's head and then being cured.
Like you're blind and you can see again.
You can
or
see because they were
you couldn't-
directly touched by this
yeah,
person.
or you
who
couldn't
became a
walk,
saint.
and then all of a sudden you could walk again.
Or the fish would listen to the speeches they were doing on
Oh, the
this.
fish and loaves.
Yeah, but
That
no,
was
that's
one
a
of
different
them.
one. That's a different one. That is one of them, though.
there's one of them. Luttsy was running me through it.
Yeah, I
What
forget
is
his name.
Yeah.
But he was like, he famously stood on the side of a lake and started talking, and all the fish gathered up, put their heads out of the water, and listened to him do his sermon.
Really?
And then when
I'm not saying it happened, but that's what they
That's
say.
That's what they say. That's
That was
St.
St. Anthony of Padua, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But how did people know how to pray to this kid? Like
It doesn't say that in the story.
I think he
but-
became a legend in those areas.
Well, when he died, they actually. This was even before he became a saint, I'd imagine. When he died, he's in an open casket now. You can go and visit him
you can see him
in Assisi.
And
didn't he die a while ago?
He died in 2006.
But when we say open casket, I'm not saying you can just, I don't know, see
He's
his
in
head.
glass.
He's in a tracksuit and in Nikes, and you can see his entire body in a glass opening to what looks like some sort of crypt.
Isn't that amazing?
Which is on a wall
And he hasn't,
in Italy
in
somewhere.
Assisi in Italy.
Yeah.
He hasn't decomposed at all.
It must be air conditioned.
Yeah.
But he's the first millennial. So
I
the
don't
first.
think you just air condition. I think there's other things that have to happen. Well, they must have done all those things like they did for like mummies, almost like
Mummies.
stuffed animals.
But he's the first millennial to be made a saint. So he was born in 1991, died in 2006, as you said, at 15. Because I remember growing up, I don't know if anyone remembers, Mary MacKillop, who was from Australia, and we were all praying all the time. I went to Catholic schools for her to become a saint. And her prayers must have worked because she became a saint.
What did she do? What was her
I
miracles?
can't remember. I wish I knew. Although,
Nick, I'll give you the sting if you know this one, mate.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what
What
Mary MacKillop did.
I can't remember. I should have looked that up.
She was top notch. She was a nun.
Yeah, she was a nun.
A couple of miracles, doing some good
At
stuff.
least 2
wherever she
miracles.
was. Australian, of course, as you said.
Yeah.
But the question is, because if your mum, I forget, St. Anthony, I think from my memory, is who you prayed for if you lost something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So that's what they. So this new kid, he's the patron saint of the internet. I mean, would parents pray to him if they want to make sure their kids are safe online?
That would help.
Yeah.
maybe.
I'm just trying to think about what do you pray to this guy for?
Okay, so he got his miracles for other things like curing people of sickness, but now he's the patron saint of the internet. So anytime you have an internet problem,
Yeah, I'm not a
No.
Wi-Fi issue. I'm suggesting, but maybe.
Forgot my password.
Mary reportedly healed 2 people in 1961 and 1990.
Mary MacKillop.
oh, that must have been.
But she was alive then.
No, she wasn't alive in 1990.
Oh right.
I'm sure she was
61
dead.
was she?
Oh.
She might have been.
Okay.
She wasn't in 1990. I remember because I was at high school and we were praying for her, and she was not alive.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Nova's 10K a day in May.
Thanks to Liberty. Loans for free thinkers. Need 10K or more? Free think your way to a home, car, business or personal loan with Liberty today. Eligibility and conditions apply.
Final week of May, which means the final week of 10K winners. Every afternoon, Ricky, Lee, Tim and Joel give it away. To get your chance to win it, you just need to get on the air.
Kai.
Hey guys.
Hey, mate, what was it like when you found out you'd won 10K?
Oh, I honestly just couldn't believe it. Heart was pounding, and it was pretty exciting, to be honest.
Did you ever did you get like I'm being serious, like did you get a feeling going, I think I'm going to win this? Like, or was it just a complete bolt out of the blue?
When I entered on the morning, I didn't think anything of it. I thought, oh, well, there's no harm in trying. And then, I don't know, in the afternoon, I just thought, you know what, I might be in with this. And when it happened, I was starstruck almost about it.
I reckon that's
we did have a
bizarre.
feeling.
I reckon that happens more often than you realise.
Yeah. How'd you get in? Did you call up in the morning or Nova Player?
I used the Nova Player app and just entered through that.
Wow.
Do you reckon it was like last in, first out? You know, when you buy a raffle ticket? Because you entered the morning you won it, you said.
Yeah, so last year I tried almost every day and didn't get through. And this year I think that was the second time I tried in May and managed to snag it. So exciting.
But you do have to reload every day, don't you? Buzz?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a reload really every day, Suze, because it wipes the slate clean.
Oh,
You've got
yeah.
to be on the...
Oh, that's right.
yes.
It's not it doesn't add up.
And if you get on the air, you can enter multiple times as well. So if you call up with us and then you get on with Maddie, you get 2 entries into the draw.
Oh, can you enter numerous times on the Nova Player?
No, only once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that'd be good.
Yeah.
$10,000. Geez, what are you going to do? You going to go cray-cray?
Probably, yeah. I'm planning with the wife to go overseas. So we're looking at Dubai, Athens, Cairo, Rome, and then back.
Oh, my
Nice.
God.
That
How
sounds
good's that,
sick.
mate?
Nice.
How good.
The pyramids.
Yeah, just see some of the wonders of the world and dream places that I thought I'd probably never get to. So
Good on you.
on,
That's
mate.
outstanding.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good on
winner.
you.
Well, there we go. Another $10,000 winner. Well done, Kai.
Congrats.
thanks, guys.
All thanks to Liberty, your chance to get on the air anytime during our show, 13 24 10, with Matty Rowe or on the Nova Player app.
Does he go in the entry again?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did win again today.
Imagine that.
Travel business class.
Yeah, up next.
And puts together like a whole run because we keep bringing him back to say congratulations.
The 8th day in a row now. Starting to get a little strange.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
The Prince is on. The Prince is on. The Prince is on. Ooh, he's on the streets. The Prince is on.
Oh,
Nicely
very
done.
nice. That's coming in strong from the weekend, Ash. That's
Yeah.
a great
He's trying
way
to
set
keep
up
a
the
straight
week.
face as
Brilliant
well.
stuff.
Thanks, mate.
It's game face.
He's very happy with himself.
He's so
isn't he?
proud.
Yeah.
He's trying to be excited. Smile, Ash. Crack a smile. Go on. Go on.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, the postman doesn't celebrate when he delivers your mail. That's what
That's
Bradham
it.
does.
I've never heard that saying. That's funny.
Daily occurrence. So what doing, Mitch? What doing?
Well, it's the final week, guys, the final week of Nova's 10K a day in May, and I'm just trying to make it easier for you to get on. You know, sometimes it's a little bit hard to sort of, get on the air. We try to make it easy, but sometimes I missed my chance. This is an easy one. I'm coming out to you. I'm coming out to Bow Desert Road, Acacia Ridge, and I'm next to the wonderful establishment that is Krispy Kreme. And look, just quietly, Lockie sent me with these cards. If you've got an order, shoot it through in a text. But otherwise, if you're coming on down here in the morning, and look, there's plenty of people driving past, swing on through. Literally say your name, or just scream. I don't know, make some kind of grunt. Tell Ash how good he did with his bell. And hang on, someone is absolutely flying in. I mean, almost at a dangerous level just to get themselves. Hang on, come on, coming in hot. Hi, what's your name?
Jade.
Jade, I mean, in fairness, you were just driving so fast on the way in, but you wanted to get your name in the draw, right?
I sure did.
Okay, how much of it's going towards donuts if you win 10K this afternoon?
Oh, the whole lot.
A whole lot of donuts. Jeez, they'd be happy. Look at them jumping for excitement in there. They're just called extra stuff. Look, you pull over safely and we'll get your details and you're in the draw for Nova's 10K day, mate.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
She's still in a car.
Do what Jade has just done. Yeah, absolutely.
She's still in a car.
I mean, very, very rudely just stuck the microphone in the window there. But it's that easy. Get yourself
Get
here.
down there.
Bow Desert Road, Acacia Ridge, Krispy Kreme.
How long,
and,
Mitch?
look,
How
get
long
yourself
you
a little
hanging
bit
out
of a
for?
sweet breakfast. Oh, what do you reckon I should give them, guys? I mean, I've got to give them at least
till
good
the
sort
sport.
of.
Say a number.
Till the sport.
Till your sport.
Till the sport.
Till the
Suze.
sport, yeah.
Well, they've got to get on air.
If anything, yeah, you got to get on air. So if you're not
Well,
here in
give
the
them
next
3
I don't know,
seconds.
minute. Then you're telling me, Sis, I've got to hang around for half an hour, and they've got to scream all the way through their sport. But I mean, you do hold more power than I do, so
It's a long
if that's what
road,
you're
that
telling me to
Desert
do-
Road. Where exactly is Krispy Kreme?
It is.
That goes for kilometres and kilometres. Is it a strip shop?
It does, but
a strip of
I
shops?
feel like if you know, you know.
How did that help?
Luttsy?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm Googling it.
No, like do you
mean?
Do you see it when you're driving along, or do you have to go into like a complex?
Absolutely. Giant sign. Here we go.
What?
Number 2, mate. Say your name, please.
Ryan.
Hello, Brian. How you going? You're in. You pull over there and we're going to get your details. It's that easy. Get on down here. Krispy Kreme, what have we got? Like 30 more seconds?
Rhiannon,
guys?
you're on
Half an hour,
13 24 10. Rhiannon's called up. We'll give some more away.
Rhiannon.
Hello.
There we go. You're on the draw as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
What do you want from Krispy Kreme?
OG. Just OG.
OG, yeah.
Jason,
Hey, how are ya?
you're in the draw, mate. Well done.
Anyone else, Mitch?
Thank you.
There we go.
Are they in the same car, those two?
Anyone, Mitch, or are we
They are
wrapping this
not.
thing up?
No. You might have to, Buzz. You might.
There we
Let's
go. Another
see if it's
successful
gonna
Mitch
really
on the
pull
street.
rank, maybe stay here.
Well done,
Thanks,
Lockie.
Buzz.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I just want to give a shout out to an Aussie athlete, Jessica Hull, 1,500 metres, who at Tracktown in Oregon over the weekend at the Diamond League broke the Australian 1,500 metre record by almost a second.
Oh, well done.
3:55, which puts her in medal contention, you'd have to say, for the Paris Olympics, which are now only a couple of months away.
Less than 90 days.
Yeah, which is huge.
Oh.
The Aussie middle distances, we've got a couple of genuine medal chances.
It's awesome, isn't it?
For medals at the Olympics, which has been a long time in the waiting.
Swimming trials are coming up in 3
Yes.
weeks, I think, for that as well. But I met someone on the weekend who's bought tickets to the opening ceremony of Paris.
Oh, really?
And you buy tickets on is it the sign or the scene? The
Seine, I'm
Seine?
going to say.
Yeah.
The river.
Yeah,
Like-
so how do they monitor that?
Oh, that's what I said to him. He goes, he's bought tickets.
They built grandstands.
Quite expensive tickets, I must say.
How much?
Oh, I don't even want to say.
No,
Lots.
say it.
No, we
Thousands.
don't know who it
We
is.
don't know who it is. Thousands of dollars. Geez, it must be making a...
Each ticket, I hope he's not listening. No one knows who he is. It doesn't matter.
never said it.
Exactly, so no one knows.
Makes no difference.
$5,000 a ticket.
Australian. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, because it was in it was in euros. That's right. So two people, $10,000.
So there's grandstands along the Seine.
They must.
I think on the bridges that go over, because I know they're worried about the weight load of those old bridges and whether, obviously the grandstands and also the people would be
Thingo.
too much for these very old
The things. But the
bridges.
the athletes will be on boats, I'm
Boats.
pretty sure, going down.
Yeah.
Wow, that's going to be unreal. And
Yeah.
where will they light the
Cauldron.
torch?
It's a very good question because it doesn't end up at the Stade de France. That's that plays
Champsy?
no part in the
You think they
opening.
might put it on top of the
I
Champsy?
think it's going to be somewhere there.
Eiffel Tower.
Imagine that. That'd be
Think
pretty
it might be
cool.
on top of the Eiffel?
Might be too high.
Yeah, well, actually, we'll find that out.
That would be
Iconic.
epic.
I'll find out because there'll be an answer to that
It's
already.
only 3 floors of the Eiffel Tower.
You know what we're going to do in Brisbane? We'll put it on top of the Macca's at Hamilton.
Makes sense.
The Ash, Luttsy, and Susie O'Neill podcast.
No, I've just got a hilarious text from someone just quickly that we can't mention names or hush hush, but currently at the Monaco Formula One Grand Prix.
Oh.
Presumably with better things to do, but it's got to the point. What time would it be there, by the way? That's late.
I'll look it up.
Midnight? Is it 9 hours?
Yeah, so it's late, and he's desperately trying to find high jump GPS records from 1992 because he's got a bet that he still holds it.
Oh, really?
And the urgency, like, I want to see this. I need your help immediately! Exclamation mark! Please. I'm on a bet. I've got a bet.
That's funny.
Sorry, mate. I need help ASAP.
Yeah, it's
kiss.
It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning there.
Yeah.
And he's at the Monaco.
He's at the Monaco Grand Prix trying to trace down GPS high jump records.
Yeah.
Well,
So in other words, he's on the drink and he's going,
Yeah.
I still hold.
Yeah, and he's selling his childhood sporting prowess.
And obviously they've got
Someone fairly famous
shit.
and significant.
Are they going to
who's
care,
called
this
BS
person,
on
do
this
you
bloke.
think? Oh, yeah.
And now it's my job,
But you are good at finding that stuff because there was someone else I got you to find. Remember, someone told me they'd done something at GPS and I was double fact checking it. And
Yes.
Luttsy is the person to go to if you want to get school sport results from the 90s.
And they're hard to find. That makes me sound
It
quite
is.
weird.
Yeah.
But yes, but yes.
And does he?
Well, I'm still doing the show at the moment, doing a break. I don't know. I'm going to try and find out in the next ad break. Or
God, you don't stop
maybe-
working, do you?
I know, it never stops.
Yeah, you're always doing stuff.
It's incredible. Anyway,
I'm going to say that he did get that guy.
I'm pretty sure he did.
He looks, I mean,
I'm certain he did actually, but he needs actual proof. Yeah, it's IBS attack.
What? Don't say it. Don't.
It's not his name.
Oh,
You could also
okay.
Google who it is based on
Well, if
Oh,
you can.
yeah.
the information we've just
Yeah,
given you.
yeah.
I mean, he's probably a
If
bit,
you care enough.
Yeah, they're all on it now.
The Ash, Luttsy, and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than. I'm smarter than Suze.
Meow.
Kim on the Gold Coast. How was night shift?
Oh, yeah, it was good.
Kim's a nurse on the coast and she's just finished night shift. So what time did you start last night?
9.
Wow.
Till 7:30.
Wow. Oh, that's a big
Nah.
shift. So you haven't been to sleep yet or anything like that?
No, not yet. Just dropped the child off at school and having a beer on my back deck. We're having a nap.
How good's that?
Good on you.
Wow. Okay. And what then you go to sleep, do you?
Yeah, and
It's
then
like
I'll
Friday
have a
night.
little bit of a nap. So, yeah, I've got days off now, so I have to go back into normal sleeping.
Oh my God! I thought we had
that's
it rough with the early starts. You're all over the shop. Okay, well, we love the nurses here, Kim. So we'll take
do.
care of you, even if you lose. Some good stuff in the cave. and you're playing for $1,100.
All right.
Good luck. Good luck. 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. Anime originated in which country?
Japan.
How many vowels are there in the alphabet?
5.
Who won last year's AFL Grand Final?
AFL Grand Final. Don't know.
Catherine Elizabeth Hudson is the real name of which pop singer?
Oh, Taylor Swift.
What is 85 minus 54?
Don't know.
Stop a cop.
Lutsy's in it.
Just in time.
Got a Lutsy's left in it there.
Oh, no. That was bad.
Geez, you don't need that maths question after a 12-hour shift.
brutal.
Hey, at 9 o'clock on a Monday
brain's
morning, you haven't been to
fried.
sleep at all. You've already been to school to drop the kids off. You've just cracked open your first coldie.
Yeah. I usually use a calculator.
Let's bring in the Gimp.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's Soundproof Booth, all the way from Mackay, Queensland, Australia, standing at 5 foot 7 inches, undisclosed weight. Once held the world record of 5 correct answers in 13 seconds. Bring in the Gimp!
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
Kimmy? Is that Kimmy?
Yes. Hi.
Hello.
It is.
Great chemistry.
I don't know why I did that. I did it. I came in hot, then I felt bad. I thought, oh, maybe Kim feels
That's right.
offended.
And my mum's name's Kath. So.
Oh, you're kidding.
Kath
Kath
and
and Kim. That's what I went.
Cool.
That was going with, yes. You picked it up well. Whatever, blah, blah. Okay, come on.
You ready? Okay. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Anime originated in which country?
Japan.
How many vowels are there in the alphabet?
5.
Who won last year's AFL Grand Final?
Don't know.
Catherine Elizabeth Hudson is the real name of which pop singer?
Alicia Keys.
What is 85 minus 54?
31.
Stop the clock.
My brain was stuck at the last question. I couldn't move it forward, Kim. It's just stuck there.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand.
Kim's checked Susan's pulse.
She's been awake all
Kim's
night.
just come off night shift as a nurse. Dropped the kid at school, having a beer on the patio.
Oh, nice. When Cliff used to work at the Gold Coast Hospital years ago, the nurses and doctors would have a few drinks when they finished their shift in the morning.
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
Oh,
How bizarre.
good to have sleep.
Tired?
How bizarre.
Yeah.
I think the beer's kicked in.
She's been working since 9 o'clock.
Last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Gosh.
All right, let's get
done.
into it. Anime originated in which country? You both said Japan. Japan is correct. It's 1-1. How many vowels are there in the alphabet? 5 is correct. 2-2. Who won last year's AFL Grand Final?
I couldn't think.
You both said I don't know. Collingwood.
Oh, that's right.
The
Collingwood.
Magpies. They beat the Lions, remember?
Oh, yeah, they did. That's right. I do remember now.
I was at the game. I had to think about it.
Oh, what was the actual question?
Who beat them?
Who won last
the
year's
premiership?
AFL Grand Final?
Oh, AFL. Okay. I was thinking because the Lions won the girls one. I thought, I wonder if I had said Lions but you didn't say
Good point.
AFLW. So
It would have
that's
been
fine.
AFLW.
Yeah.
Catherine Elizabeth Hudson is the real name of which pop singer? Who's that? That the dog? That's a bloody dog
Yeah.
again, isn't it? Katy Perry.
Really? What's her name again? Catherine
Hudson.
Catherine Hudson. Yeah. It was Katy Perry, so it's still 2-2. And then the maths question, 85 minus 54. Kim didn't know. Sue said 31. 31 is correct. And that's enough for the victory. 3-2.
Good job.
Oh, it's so good you rang up. I mean, you're probably very tired to dial the number.
Sorry.
Don't
To the
worry.
cave.
Have a good sleep, Kim.
Kimmy, I know you got stuff going on there. Respect. Do you want a how Epic Hair Designs voucher? Have you got time for that? Have you got time in your schedule to sit down and get your hair made magnificent?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to give you a $150 Epic Hair Designs voucher. And I went past this place on Charlotte Street in the city last night. It's Little Red Dumpling. Looks magnificent. $100 voucher to Little Red Dumpling, so you can spoil yourself there as well.
Nice, thank you.
Enjoy your day off. Have a nice snooze, eh?
I will.
Okay. Bye. See you, Kim.
Yes. Cheers, thanks.
Cheers. Bye.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.